So look, if you're traveling with your pet, it can be stressful, especially if you're traveling by plane. Here to make sure both you stay safe is Pets Unstressing Passengers founder Heidi Huebner and pet rescue expert Larissa. I got to make sure I got the pets in the right place.
Oh, and Muppet. And Muppet. And Muppet. Don't forget Muppet.
Of course. This is a hot topic right now.
It is. It is. It's on a lot of people's mind. There have been some recent incidents that a lot of people are talking about. And so it's very important that we bring you as much knowledge as we have so you as a pet parent can do the absolute best for your pet because you really are their advocates when you're taking them on a plane.
Yeah, Julie travels with Norbert all the time.
Exactly.
Yes,
and I do want to clarify, we're talking mostly about domestic flights today and pets, not service animals. That's a whole other topic that maybe we'll do a follow-up segment to. But for pets, there are mainly two options, and I do want to stress you should always talk to your veterinarian first and foremost because they know your pet the best and what conditions might be specially, might really affect them on a plane.
Right, or make them anxious or something.
Yes, highly stressed dogs need to be taken care of differently. So you have two options. You either have in the cabin with you or in cargo underneath the plane. Now, in the cabin does limit you to a smaller sized dog because they have to be kept in a carrier that goes under your seat and they have to be able to be comfortable in that carrier. That's by law. Cargo goes under the plane, obviously, but some dogs should not be put in cargo. Those are dogs with smushy faces. It's called brachycephalic dogs. They have a short snout and they have different ways of breathing. So here we have examples. A pug, a Pekingese, a Siamese or Himalayan cat, I should say. And all of those dogs have a harder time with their respiratory airways. So they should never be put in or under the plane, I should say.
If they're too big to be above, they probably can't fly in a plane.
They can't.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe taking a road trip.
But they can't go in cargo because of the air pressure.
But they can go in the plane.
Some of them will. Some airlines will allow them in the plane. Some won't. So that's why you have to check with every airline.
Okay, Heidi. Well, your entire profession revolves around animals at airports. So what should pet parents do to prepare prior to taking a flight?
So the first thing you want to call the airline that you're going to be flying on, and you need to do research. So you want to take the most direct flight. So if you're flying from Los Angeles to New York or from Tennessee to Las Vegas, see what airline is going to get you there the quickest so you're not doing layovers, you're not having to switch planes, regardless if your pet is on the plane with you underneath your seat or in the cargo bin. Ask questions. Do they have any limitations? Certain airlines have a certain amount of pets that can actually sit on the plane and fly with you.
Sure.
So, we want to make sure that the cabin has enough room for them. We also want to make sure that, there aren't too many animals that are already on there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we also want to make sure that they are, 8 weeks or older. Do they have the vet certificate and records? So, again, these are just questions that you need to ask to make sure it's going to be successful.
So they have to stay in the kennel the entire flight? They can't come out at all on your lap? I did not know that.
Unless they're a service animal. But pets themselves have to be kept in their kennel the entire flight.
Oh, you definitely want to make sure it's the shortest flight then, because that's hard on a person. Imagine if you're...
And again, those guidelines that we just put up, those are some general guidelines that most airlines follow. But once again, every airline is able to make their rules themselves.
But let's talk about the flight itself. As a parent, and you're getting on board, what should you remember to do? What are things you need to be?
Well, one of the things, and you can talk to this actually, is getting your pet desensitized to the type of environment it's going to be in. So I'll let you talk through that a little bit.
Exactly. So if you are not used to crating your dog or cat at home, you want to start practicing with that. So have a crate. Make sure it's the regulation that's going to fit either under or on the plane, and have it open in the living room with your family. Let the animal go in and out of it so they feel comfortable. Have a blanket, maybe some toys and treats inside. And then when you're actually, like Larissa's doing right here with Muppet actually, let them feel comfortable. You can't just put them in if they've never been in a crate before.
Right.
And then also when you're flying, you can put in maybe a t-shirt or a pillowcase or a sweatshirt that you slept on or slept in, so your familiar scent is on it. It's really important so they feel comfortable.
And something I want to point out here when I was doing this earlier, I wanted people to be around because when you're in an airport with a dog, everybody and their mom is going to come up to you. And then this is a different kind of FAA approved carrier that you can take on planes. Now, Muppet, you may notice, has never been in something like this. So she was a little unsure about it. It's rolly, it makes different noises, and it took her a little bit more time to warm up to it, which is exactly why you should do that leading up to a trip.
Yeah, to get them comfortable.
What about food and water?
Right.
So again, you want to talk to your vet if your pet is on any medication. Do they need to have a little food with that before they fly? But just like us, you don't want to have a full stomach when you're flying, because if they have to relieve themselves, if they're stressed out, they might have diarrhea or vomiting or upset stomach. We also want to make sure that they're not going to potty on the plane.
Right.
But some good news is LAX and other airports are following suit, and it's going to become a law that they have animal relief stations.
Thank goodness.
Post-screening.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you. It's a really big deal.
That has always been my main question when I see everyone with the dogs in the airport. I'm like, what is going to happen if they have to go potty?
Yes, no,
exactly.
It's
and if they
amazing.
have to go out through security,
they can't come back.
They get back in.
Yeah,
right,
it's virtually
right.
impossible.
And something else I would recommend also packing along with you. One of these potty pads, or maybe more than one, just in case. They help really absorb anything in case there's an accident, because you can't prepare for everything.
Exactly.
Some, you know, waste bags.
Yep.
And again, you know, your carrier should be cloth or material rather than hard shell, because you can kind of mold it to fit underneath a little bit better. So there's one other last tip.
Thank
and
you
more
so
comfortable,
much,
yes.
ladies. Really great information.
More information on Heidi or Larissa or anything we talked about here, go to the websites that are listed on your screen.
And you all stick around, because we are very excited. Happy Days mom Marion Ross is sharing her memories from her new book, My Days, Happy and Otherwise. She has stories that span 7 decades. I'm telling you, you will not be able to put down this book.
But up next, we are crafting with Amber Kemp Kirstel.
Yes, I'm going to show you how to take a plain canvas bag and turn it into this glamorous, blingy tote bag.